Congratulations goes out to Tonio Burton. He is once again qualified for the Mr. Olympia event. And I, for one, am excited to see where this type of package will land among the very best of the best in the IFBB. We're going to take a look at a little bit of a comparison between Tonio and the guy that placed second. But first, we will be listing off the rest of the top five. Actually, the top six. So in second place was Patrick Moore. Patrick still has a little bit more. I seen a comment the other day. Patrick needs a lot more. Well, he brought a little bit better condition. We all like this guy. And it's because, he's not missing any arms, his biceps not torn, his pecs not torn. Doesn't really have anything that he can't fix. He just needs a little bit more conditioning from behind. And this may be one of Patrick Moore's best in terms of condition and full size, things of that nature. And like I said, we will take a look at a little quick comparison between he and Tonio Burton. Not saying Tonio robbed Patrick Moore any sense of the imagination or what have you. In third place was Bruno Santos. This guy, I don't mind this guy. He has a huge set of jowls. Great big jaw, but you could bite right through a big steak. Huh? Anyway, high hopes that this guy will get another qualification for the Olympia. In fourth place, Florian. I was calling him Gillies. He has several last names. Poisson, like poisson, like a French fish. Poisson, that's what they call it. But anyway, this guy got fifth in the Cali, so he is climbing the ladder. Got fourth here, excellent condition. He didn't have his tiara. He had a little hairpiece thing in there at the Cali. In fifth place was Colossus Ken. This guy has a tremendous physique and a tremendous future. I mean, his conditioning seems to be getting better. Look at this back shot. If I had to critique this guy, which, it's hard to critique these new guys. He just made his pro debut at the New York Pro. And here he is competing again. I think he has enough size. I think maybe just a little bit more refinement. I think he came in slightly too full in the midsection, things of that nature, but it goes with the territory. You want to be big, full, and get those, top placings. You got to kind of push the size. But having said that, he got sixth, did he not, in New York? So fifth here, climbing the ladder. Colossus Ken, I like this guy. In sixth place, a huge disappointment to him, I am sure, and his fans. I know that because I am a huge fan of this guy. Old Bless. Blessing, I want to do better, but I just can't seem to. He gets sixth. That is terrible. So what happened? I know we're going to have a little comparison with Tonio and Moore, but I can't help it. After all, I am the king of comparisons. More like the royal jester. This is Blessing. A few years back at that New York Pro win. Look at the difference. The critique back then, I think his left leg was a little bit smaller than his right. And he does look bigger, does he not? He had a few off seasons, I think. A few too many. Now, what I think that does is you keep feeding that midsection, your whole midsection grows. And it appears to me that he has put on some... Let's go through these shots really quick. This isn't a serious comparison. He has thrown some size on the wheels, I believe, as well as everywhere else. You can see even his jowls look bigger. He's taking a page from Bruno. But all jokes aside, I really do like Blessing Awadiboo. I want to do better, but I can't seem to. And from the side, what a difference. You can see maybe the measurement of the wheel. The lag might be bigger. You throw a great big measuring tape along there, but look how the quad, it kind of bows out. a little bit more at the New York. He's just so much more refined, so much more shapely, things of that nature. So, what is to happen with the career of Blessing Awadabu? I mean, it is what it is, guys. You can obviously see he has put on some beef from behind. He's bending at the knees a little bit more. And I can hear you guys now. But Max Monostat 7, you missized Blessing with Blessing. Yeah, like I said, he's leaning back. He's standing more erect, more upright at the New York, showing those gray big arms. What a difference. And oh no, you size police will definitely comment on this one. He's leaning his head down. He's trying to show off those traps. His traps are maybe bigger, but unless you are the same type of condition, you're not really going to truly tell if you have thrown on size or built muscle. And when I look at these two back shots, I don't think he has put on much muscle. So Blessing, I mean, there's still hope. Hey, if Patrick Moore can climb back up to second prize at some of these events, then Blessing, I think he can too. One thing he was showing his left quad and the abs and thigh. The abs and gut, more like it. Oh, that's terrible. Where did that come from? Now, usually like me to appease you meanie pantses. Here's the most muscular. Yeah, I mean, the chest looks like it's a little bit washed away. And, the midsection, it's not only wider, girthier, but less separated as well. So Blessing, maybe do some, what do they have, these ab machines they got? Get a thigh master. Suzanne Summers. But all jokes aside, guys, Blessing gets sixth. That's your top six. That the, what was that show called? Here is the top two, guys. We have Tonio Burton, Patrick Moore. For those of you who just seen some blurry old screenshots, things of that nature, you might be thinking, Patrick Moore, he had Tonio's number. But look at these nice, clean, neat shots from NPC News Online. You can clearly see a conditioning edge that Tonio has. We'll run through these shots very quickly. And yes, same thing here. Patrick. Patrick. I love that name, Patrick. You could see if he was in the condition of Tonio, he'd probably have his number. So the better bodybuilder is the guy that can, here's a side chest, that can throw it all together on game day. And Tonio Burton, he seems to be a pro in that aspect. Come to think of it, I don't think I have ever seen Tonio one time come in soft and off. So, being consistent like that, you can get an advantage over some of these big names if they come in off. Now, here's the side tricep, and I can hear you guys now. But Max moist. The side tricep goes after the back shots. Not here at Max Muscle. I do the two side, then the two back. But yes, again, I have to say, Patrick Moore, we all like him because of his shape. Look at that. Little tiny midsection. Boom, upper body. Wheels don't look too bad compared to the midsection. Just needs a little bit more shreds. Which is attainable when you think about it. And Tonio there, he's looking pretty built. Here is the back shots, beginning with the rear lat spread. And I understand they do it the other way around. They do the rear double biceps first in the IFBB. Hey, I'm not an idiot.
Oh, you're not?
No, I'm not, Terry. But either way, this is kind of where these two dudes separate as far as the matchup is concerned. I mean, Tonio, he's going to have an edge in conditioning anyway. But Patrick he's probably beating him in some shots. But look at this back of Tonio Burton. It is great. I mean, this could take out a lot of guys in this rear lat. Now, the rear double is a little bit closer. I think, Tonio's still winning because he's winning on condition. But Patrick Moore, Not a bad double biceps at all. And in terms of Patrick's condition, this is him versus his own self when he was at his all-time best, the legendary 10th place finish at the Olympia event 2019. And absolutely, he was more dug out, more conditioned. But he wasn't what you would call crispity. He's not opening up as much either. You can see that. I didn't handpick a bad picture. He was doing the same thing in the front double biceps pose. He wasn't opening up as much. But absolutely, yes, he was much more conditioned. Bring that condition, Pat, and you might have even won this competition. And here's the abs and thigh. He was definitely winning this pose, guys. All conditioning and with all due respect to Tonio Burton, he just does not have that natural shape of Patrick Moore. Nobody does. In the IFBB, I think he might have the best shape. Here's the most muscular. Finish this one off. So Tonio Burton, he wins without controversy. He is the more conditioned athlete. And hey, he's got great shape too. But Patrick Moore, the guy is on another level as far as that's concerned. And I apologize to Patrick. I think in my last video I said it's done for Patrick. He's done. He ain't gonna win a show. I think he absolutely could win a show. He tightens it up a little bit more. A few shows coming up, guys. You could win the Tampa. Huh? Patrick Moore, Tampa? Look good on your little trophy shelf. But Tonio Burton, it's the Legion. The Legion's Sports Fest. I believe they gave somebody a copyright strike a few years back. So, us as YouTubers, we're scared to report on this show, which only really hurts the show when you think about it. So, perhaps we will start to cover this a little bit more in the upcoming years. Legion Sports Fest. There's been some great champions. Absolutely. Tonio Burton, he wins his second one 2 times. Yes, Tonio, we're not forgetting that. You won 2 Legions Sports Fests. So maybe he'll make that a thing. Maybe he'll win 3, 4, 5, 6. Who knows? Who knows? Where will Tonio place at the Olympia this year? I surely think that he can best his 8th place finish from a couple of years back. Hit thumbs up on the video. Subscribe. Have a nice one.